What's the question? Oh. Characters goals
I forgot to look at the question as well.
The question this week. What were your character's goals or aspirations when they were a child? But last time, as you think about that, you had a nice little tea party, and you invited all your friends in Waterdeep, some new friends, some old friends, and the newest friend that you invited, which was the sole reason why you threw this tea party, was to get Lady Ardors to come over and have a chat. And chat you did. You had a very nice talk, in some ways more than others, but you had a conversation. Everyone kind of did their little part of talking to this person, getting to know them, and you learned a lot, and also gave a lot of information out, but it's all for a cause of finding out who this person is and what they want with you. Why are they so eager to be in your lives? And so you had a little tea party, you played some games, came up with some fancy plating ideas and decorations, had a conversation, and then just like let people go as they were, and that was pretty much the whole thing that happened. Yeah, and you decided after your month of being in Waterdeep, of making sure everything was ready for you to head out, whether it's your party leaving town or the affairs you left in town in Waterdeep, you decided to head out very soon. And it is like mid to late spring at this point, I guess, celebrating the fruit blossoms on the trees. Good time of year for that. All right, so back to the question at hand. What were your character's goals or aspirations when they were a child? And Delta, who do you want to go first?
I'm gonna say Khalas. Hello?
I'm doing what to who now? You want me to go?
Whoa.
You get to go first because I rolled the crit.
Oh, okay. The question: what were your character's goals or aspirations when you were a child? Damn. I think Khalas's aspirations were to become a clergyman, become a member of the faith, to follow in Basid's footsteps, and to help as many people as she could, since she kind of felt that, you know, if it wasn't for Basid, she would not be alive today. And so she kind of, in a sense, feels that she owes her life to Basid. And so it's Basid's mission, and it's Basid that's kind of instilled this goal and aspiration of help others who need help, stop evil, and save people. So those are her goals and aspirations. Those are probably her goals and aspirations as a child. Was that and to be loved. Yeah.
And have they changed at all?
Khalas finds it harder the more people she interacts with to see that there is good in everyone. She is kind of struggling with the fact that, like, I think there are some people who are just straight evil and probably cannot be redeemed, cannot be saved. Even though that's not what Basid told her. That's not what Basid taught her, but that is kind of what she's dealing with. Is that there are awful things that happen, and not everyone can be saved or should be saved. But that is an issue that we'll
Hot take.
deal with as yeah, it's a hot take, you know? Basid, if he were all there, he would probably be like disappointed in her in that.
He's not
coming to
mad.
that, like, logic. Yeah, he's not mad. He would just be disappointed. He'd be like, I thought I showed you the way. I thought I raised you better. But yeah.
Katla.
I think, like, as a young kid, you know, like the way kids, like, in the real world, were like, I want to be a firefighter when I grow up. I want to be a police officer. I want to be a doctor. Like, in that sort of way, she was like, I want to be a soldier. Just because she was, like, really fascinated with the, or like a guard or something like that. She was, like, kind of fascinated with the armor. She was like, ooh, shiny. But also just, she was really interested in the idea of protecting people who aren't able to protect themselves. And, like, taking care of people in that way. She, like, in her family, it was, like, a big deal to, like, try and, like, be a caretaker. And, like, she was like, but there are other ways to be caretakers, including with my fists. And, like, or something like that. But, like, in that, like, 6-year-old kind of, that's so cool, superheroes type of way.
And has that changed?
Her motivations behind it have shifted. She still wants to protect people, but it's less about the person she's protecting and more about being annoyed and upset with the people that are doing the stuff that causes someone to need protection. And while she's still, like, she feels like being a guard or something more regimented like that is not conducive to her shifted motivation.
Brasz.
When she was younger, I think her aspirations would have been to be like they wanted to be a really good, like, store owner, I guess. They didn't really have an idea of what they wanted to sell or anything. They were just like, I'm gonna own a business like my mom does, and I'm gonna make a lot of money, and then I'm gonna never have to worry about money ever again, kind of thing. Like, they're just like, I'm going to be the richest that ever was rich, kind of. They really just wanted to not be poor.
Has that changed?
Kind of a little bit. They're not so focused on making a lot of money anymore, even though they still, like, want money. They're more focused on, like, they just want to have a good time and make a lot of friends, basically. they want to. They don't really have a set goal in mind anymore. Just kind of go where you're needed and have a good time while you're doing it. You know.
Guryev.
In the, I feel like the quintessential D&D character trope, Guryev kind of had like a little bit of a rough childhood. Well, mainly more of his like teen years, but he enjoyed working at his dad's like antique, or not really antiquary. What's the word, Amanda? Antiquities.
Antique.
Yeah. Well, not really antiques, more just like really old shit, I guess, but like old shit. From like things from like antiquity, stuff like that. And
Relics.
sure, relics. And like the stories that came in with those, and he really just kind of saw himself as somebody who would just continue the family business. It was interesting, good memories, interesting people, cool stories and adventures from people who came in. And then after everything that went down with his mom and the rest of his family, he just kind of wanted all of those memories to just go away, because they just kind of made the good times even worse to remember.
And Delta.
So Delta's is a little weird because, and also, side note, I am a million times over happy that I made this stupid little timeline slide of her and Anna's life because I reference it so much. So her and Ira and their mom moved to Baldur's Gate when Delta was only 4. And they left her dad behind. And then when she was 8, her mom disappears. Ira goes to work on a ship, and she gets taken to the orphanage. And so really early on in her life, there's this theme of like people just kind of getting lost from her, if that makes sense. And also you have her heritage, which is she's a water genasi, but that can like skip generations. So she doesn't necessarily have a lot of information about who and what she is. And so she's constantly searching for that, searching for like her people. And she goes to this orphanage, and there's like the library and the I guess kind of her, not really mentor, but like the a consistent adult in her life, and she spends a lot of time at the library, where she is trying to like learn more about herself, and figure out how she can like reconnect with her people, basically. And so she ends up really interested in like books and research, but also in adventuring, not necessarily just for the sake of adventuring, but for the sake of being able to protect herself, having the mobility to find her people, and then being able to protect them once she finds them. And like she still just kind of has the like books and learning bug, I guess you could call it. So that's Delta.
All right. Well, let's jump right in after kind of discovering a little bit about yourselves and possibly others, and pick up where we left off, where you were currently in the town of Waterdeep. And you have spent your month here being very productive, getting supplies ready, getting situated with your finances and your estate, and you're pretty much ready to head out. You had said within the next couple days you were gonna take off. So this is after, you did have a little discussion after the party to talk about what you had learned and what you had discovered, what the current situation here and with the lady was. And so now let's go to the next day where you are in the estate. You are getting, maybe, did you want to head out the next day, or did you want to wait a couple days before you took off?
I mean, I for one feel like we should wait a few days.
I feel like there's merit both ways.
Yeah.
It's like on the one hand, getting out
Depends on our
now
reasoning.
feels safer. But
Yeah.
it also doesn't allow us any opportunity to see what she does as a result either.
I think maybe it's wiser to just like lay low for a couple days and see what she does, and then we can make a leaving plan kind of based on that.
Yeah. That sounds good. We already got supplies, right?
Yeah. Did you hear what I said before? Sometimes my mic is not going off, I think.
What part?
After what Maggie said.
Yeah, you're gonna wait until you see what she does.
Okay, cool. That is my thought.
Yeah, so we'll say that the next day you don't really hear much from anyone. Like, you don't want to have a situation where you call the next day. That's a bit too forward. But you do wait maybe 2 days. And what is everyone doing in the house while you're kind of just getting ready to leave?
I think I would be doing, like, after packing, like, I'm assuming, aside from packing, it's like little hobby craft stuff, maybe chatting with Paul for sitting.
Side note, I think Roll20 needs a hand raise feature like video calls. That would be so helpful. I think Delta probably in between, like, keeping an eye on what is going on around the okay, that's bad wording. I want to say around the estate, but I don't mean like on the grounds. I mean like in the city immediately surrounding our piece of it. I think the other thing she would be doing is kind of doing some research into the areas that we're heading to kind of get an idea of what we might find there, because we've been between here and, oh gosh, whatever that town is on the sea, the inner sea.
Westgate?
Yes, thank you. We've been between here and Westgate, but we haven't been to the portion north of the sea, which is where we're kind of heading to, if I remember correctly. So,
I thought we were headed north.
huh?
I thought we were headed north.
So we go to Westgate and across it, because aren't we going to Bildubaris? Via Westgate so that we can check on your order. Because we talked about, does this show to others?
We were going to a song? There's a reason why that's circled.
No, that's
Oh,
We
no.
talked about going
Yes, Westgate
this
is where the order
way.
is.
And we haven't been to all of this up here, obviously. We've been to Furthingholm, so like down here-ish, but not up here. So this is kind of, I think, the area that she would focus on. Whoops. There we go. Learning more about like the plants and animals and history and what we might encounter there. So
your characters would remember that the further east you go, like once you cross the large body of water, the Sea of Fallen Stars, and down below, you kind of get into more loose kind of laws. Like where you're at, there are very strict laws and they're very set, and it's helpful with keeping things in line, though some might be strictful. It's making sure that everyone's safe, kind of thing. As you head further east, especially crossing the sea, you come across laws that are more loose, based on making sure people are happy over being safe, if it were. So things like gambling is more popular, like sex work is more popular on that side. Things that aren't as strict as the Sword Coast is, kind of loosens up as you go over there. So as long as you're not like actually killing people, then they are kind of okay with whatever you do.
note to self: don't actually kill people.
It's bad.
It's kind of like the West Side is upset at the East Side for being so lenient on rules and allowing so many people to do things, and then the East Side is upset at the West Side because it's so strict and restricting and unable to do what people really want. Different ways of keeping people happy. And so yeah, you go through this. Give me a history check to kind of check out the areas you're going to, like what's going on in that area.
Everyone, or
Delta said that she was doing this. So you learn a lot about that area. You know that it's not really on the side of law versus chaos. It's not really all chaos, but it's more just like keeping in with their own ways, traditions, and whatnot. Keeping order through freedom, kind of thing. And in your research, you have found out that while it has been looser, the city and its surrounding area is very conservative in contrast to the rest of the area. And you learn that the king ruling there currently has been there for longer than one would expect. I mean, it's fucking D&D, that people live long lives, but it seems like this king has been later on in years for a lot longer than you'd expect. And he's been ruling for that time, and it's been a little bit more tyrannical, with everyone kind of trying to make sure everyone's good and happy. They just sort of make sure that everything is maintained how he wants it. And with this knowledge, you find out that lately, like within the past decade or so, there has been a war going on in the area of Bildubaris. Places have been sending armies there to kind of beat down the conservative side, where it's too much for them, so they try and save the people, sending armies there, but it seems like Bildubaris is very fortified in that aspect. And that's not something that Neverwinter told you when they asked you to be diplomats. They said go there to like kind of put the king at ease and have this portal so people can travel around. They didn't tell you that it's in such great conflict right now.
And thanks for the heads up.
That's sus.
Is there anything you'd like to do with that information? Delta?
Sorry, I wasn't pushing the button. Obviously, I would share it with the group. And maybe research a little bit, like, culturally about that area and city, like, to get some idea of what would, like, potentially put us in the king's favor. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Not really about traditions, more about doing what he wants.
I mean, a
And
little bit of like basic stuff about traditions, but also like, obviously this guy is tyrannical and wants things his way. What does his way look like?
I'll say with that 22, you can tell that his way isn't set in stone. His way changes too often, and so it's hard to put a pin on what. So you'll kind of have to play by ear what's going on.
So it's just on a whim.
Yeah,
Like-
if he feels like he doesn't like the cooking anymore because he woke up on the wrong side of the bed, he can like order the chef killed kind of thing.
Hey.
Totally normal reaction. Not at all
Yeah.
excessive.
That's just how kings are, I thought. If my mom calls me during D&D tonight, do we get a bingo?
Depends on if she calls you telling you that somebody in your family died. Just right out of the blue.
What?
I mean, she's done that before.
Yeah, she did that like last time. She was like, oh, by the way, this person died.
Jesus Christ.
Sheesh.
Right.
So yeah, Delta, that's what you learn, and you share it with the group, you said?
That's what she said.
That's what
I
she said.
We're going to an area that is in war and has a tyrannical king. And that is information
Maybe
that
we-
Silvery Moon did not give us.
Make some additional supply requisitions.
Like,
That's
do
a
we
good
want to
idea.
bring money in case we need to make bribes?
I mean, it sounds like they would take bribes, potentially.
Might be the law of the land.
It could be
But
that there's
an
more of an
idea.
increase in taxes. How much do you
Yeah.
think is enough for a bribe? Like, we need to bring like 100 platinum? 200 platinum? Like, what are we thinking? Platinum, turn it into gold, have it in a bag of holding.
Or just
I feel like maybe 100 is enough, along with like what we already have. But I mean, like, I don't know. Are people gonna? They're not going to kill us because that's frowned upon, but they might try to rob us. So we need to look
Or
like they won't be successful.
are you saying we need to look fancy? Or do we need to look.
I feel like looking fancy
impoverished?
would be to our detriment,
Yeah.
at least while traveling. We would more want to look not necessarily impoverished, but like not like we have a bunch of money
Shabby. Got it.
and maybe a little tough. So, clothes shopping.
But at a Goodwill.
it's a bit ironic.
I'm sorry, what are we doing?
We are figuring out how to go into a city. Has like a lot of
Political stuff going on. Okay.
yeah, thieves.
Wait, thieves?
Thieves, like people who will pickpocket,
Ah,
scam, and
Because
Okay.
the laws there are a bit more loose. So we figure potentially we could bribe people if necessary, but also they might look the other way if we like got robbed or something. If we look like we have a lot of money and we're going through a particularly poor area.
oh, well, Brass can help you guys look poor.
how so?
Still looks like a dingy little street rat.
Experience. That's how.
This whole time, Brass has just been covered in oil and dirt and like.
Once a week, Katla comes by with a bucket and dumps it over her.
I have winter clothes and tier vestments.
I mean,
We still
a
have
clergy
those
would be
disguises, right?
maybe not bad.
yeah,
I don't, what kind of religions are there?
I don't
Like, I know when we were a little bit south of that area, it was a bit different, and we had a hard time finding a temple for your god.
Yeah. Can I roll to see if I remember what religions are there around that area?
Sure.
I'm good. Religion or history?
Religion.
Duh.
The 19.
Damn.
You remember that there are various kinds of gods, more like anywhere from true neutral to chaotic neutral, and that whole block. So everything except for lawful, I guess. Neutral good, chaotic good, neutral neutral, chaotic neutral, evil neutral, chaotic evil. So stuff like there's a god of thieves called Mask. You know that around here there's that evil goddess of the sea.
Oh. Umberly?
Yeah. It's kind of like evil isn't like set, because on this side there's Umberly in that was in Baldur's Gate, and she's considered evil, but it was able to have a large temple associated with the goddess. But there's also like a god called Sirik, which is a chaotic evil god of lies. Bishaba, goddess of misfortune. There's also Lyra, a chaotic good, goddess of joy. Timora is kind of popular everywhere, goddess of good fortune. Some places on that side are have the goddess Sun, Sune, which is a chaotic good, goddess of love and beauty. And then like celebratory stuff, Oli Damara, god of revelry,
Is Tyr a god there?
Tyr's lawful though, right?
Great
Uh,
question.
Yeah.
I feel like he.
Yeah,
would.
lawful good. Is
So
the light.
maybe you should not take those with you, or take them, but
And
then
not wear them.
like, yeah.
I could see if I could get some vestments of Timora. Goddess of good fortune. I know that went pretty well when we went to her temple, so if I can try and hunt down some vestments of Timora, that would be cool.
Yeah, we'll see with that religion roll. You managed to find it. It's not too hard to find.
Great. How much? I'm going for bargain bin discount. I'm fine if they're used. I would prefer if they're used and shabby.
Okay, well, if you're just going for whatever you can find, I'd say like 50 silver.
50?
Yeah.
50? Okay.
Half a gold.
Oh,
And probably worn by like a page of Timora trying to become a clergyman and really not really well kept because the person was young and didn't really think too much of it, but good enough for passing off as one of them.
great.
You also have access to where a lot of people who have been disheveled at one point go in and out of one of your facilities.
You're right. We do have a halfway house. Totally go to
Gonna
Oh,
go
sorry.
buy
Still
clothes
yours.
off of them or something. Go trade clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you give them a gold for their clothes off their back, I'm sure they'd actually love that.
Very
Go
happy.
take them on a shopping
Here's a
trip for
free
day.
here's a free bath, and you just take their clothes and run.
Supposed to be helping the refugees.
I will need some sort of like over robe because I do want to like still wear my robe, and I just will let the bottom hem get really dirty so you can't tell that it's kind of fancy, I guess. Because I can always mend it and clean it myself.
Just takes it like a bunch of dirt and stuff, gets it a tiny bit wet, and starts rubbing it on your cloak and shit.
I guess
It makes
maybe
you look dingy on top too. Needs to look like you're living in this thing.
I guess maybe I'll just get like a. Do I have a fancy cloak on this character? I don't remember. Hang on. Cloak of protection. I guess I'll just like put some kind of like fake patches on my clothing and make them look a bit dirty.
Paul will
Yes.
say, you know that we are traveling for a little bit. I'm sure that we'll get a little bit dirty on our way there. You don't need to pre-dirt yourself up.
True. I do want to put some patches on it though.
That's just like, yeah, but that's the best part. And starts smothering dirt on herself.
I stand corrected.
imagine
Ella's just in the corner, fully like, I tried so hard.
she has like a sand pit outside that she goes and just like rolls in like a pig, or like those little pits that quail make in the sand. Just goes outside and like, or like chinchillas. Yes, that's it.
Chinchillas with their dirt
Chinchilla.
baths. It just finds a nice dry patch of dirt and starts rolling around it.
Wow.
Yeah, Brasz is almost always wearing dirt-covered clothes or something, unless she needs to wear nice clothes. Even her manta cloak that she wears all the time is still kind of like pretty dingy looking. She doesn't take care of it very well.
We'll maybe swap out for a cloak that doesn't already have a bunch of embroidery on it, so that she can like doesn't look like she has the money to have someone else doing it, because it's been all her the whole time. But that way it doesn't look like she's like paying for all this fancy embroidery.
Paul will.
Hey, you're starting out with a brand new cloak.
I didn't say new. I said less embroidered.
No. I mean, like, since it doesn't have any embroidery on it, it's like, it's a brand new canvas.
New to me. New to me. Yes, a blank canvas, but not new, because we don't want to look like we can afford new
it's
stuff.
not. It's not new.
Paul will look down at his dirty hands and wipe it on his apron, and then his hands become dirtier.
Damn, cook for us.
They're seasoned, ma'am.
Yeah, that's
Just
how you
like
get
the
good
pan.
seasoning.
Can't clean the wok, it'll only make it taste worse.
A couple spoons like that.
Yeah, so everyone kind of dingies themselves up before this long journey as you're heading out. And as you're doing all this stuff, maybe at home putting patches on your clothing or rolling around in dirt, your butler, Quills, will find Khalas and say to her, maybe he'll knock on her door while she's getting her clothes ready and say, "Excuse me, Miss Khalas, the Lady Outdoors is here to see you specifically."
Oh, I. Okay. The Lady Outdoors is here to see me specifically.
She asked you by name.
Is anyone in the room with me?
Butler.
But okay, yeah, great.
Like getting dressed or mending or dismembering clothing.
Right. Yes. Tell her I will go ahead and take her to the. We've got a whatchamacallit, right? A lobby,
A whatchamacallit.
A foyer.
a foyer,
Foyer.
foyer. We got a foyer.
Foyer.
Yeah.
We got a foyer, right?
Yes,
I said
think it right
foyer,
there.
and then I was like, that's not
Jeez.
pretentious.
she is currently waiting in the foyer for you.
Great. I will be there in just a moment. Let me get properly attired.
A foray into the foyer for you.
Foyer. We just have a wait in the foyer.
By the fire.
By the foyer.
Why the fire? Why the fire? Have a roasting with the potatoes.
Yeah, so he'll leave you to it, and if anyone else walking through the house would come into that area, you would see she's just sitting on one of the armchairs, just waiting patiently. A small smile is on her face as she's just kind of waiting for Khalas.
I get dressed and I message. I have a stone that's connected to Katla or Delta. Notes.
I believe it was
It's
It's
Delta.
you and me.
Paired with Delta. Yes.
And
Okay.
yeah.
So I send a message to Delta saying Lady Ardors has come to our estate and has asked to see me specifically. I will be in the foyer. And I will head down.
I just will respond to be careful.
Okay.
And I will contrive to happen to walk by a couple times because I am
No.
hacking things or something. I don't know.
Okay, so you head down into your lobby area. And as you arrive, you see that Quills is presenting the Lady Ardors with a cup of tea just to make sure that she's comfortable and being a good host as he is. And as soon as you walk in, she stands up and says, yes, Khalas, thank you for talking with me. I'm kind of nervous about meeting you again in an informal situation.
Oh, it's lovely to see you again, Lady Ardors. Please have a seat again. No need to rise. Have a seat. It's quite an unexpected visit. Why were you nervous?
Well, you did mention that you were heading out with your friends, going out and leaving Waterdeep for now. You are adventurers, you have mentioned that, and I was nervous because I wanted to extend a helping hand to you if you were to accept it.
What do you mean? What kind of help are you offering?
I am aware that being an adventuring party is very dangerous and full of people and monsters that you just come across that might be too much for some certain people to handle. And I am aware that you are traveling with someone who is a little more frail and disabled. And I wanted to offer my assistance if you were to leave him in my care in Waterdeep. That way you wouldn't have any kind of issues with going out and doing what you do best.
That is awfully kind of you to offer, but I'm afraid we will have to deny your help. I have a system already prepped for transporting my father. I want to make sure that he is. I thought I had lost him once, and I am not losing him again. That's very kind of you to offer.
I assure you he would be very safe here. But I do understand the loss of family, especially of someone, a parent, who you've known for so long. And I was thinking that you would deny me at first, so I wanted to offer you this. And she kind of reaches back into a side bag and pulls out.
She's got a gun! I need backup!
Pulls out a medium-sized stone, and it looks like really fancy. It's like this fairly large opal with some metalwork on it, like bronze dragons that are on each side of it. And she says, this is one of my sending stones, and I wanted to offer this helping hand as I have some pull with other parts of this country. And if you would like, I can help you out on your journey wherever you'd like to go.
What do you mean you have some pull? What kind of help is this? Are you offering political help? Is this financial help? What do you mean?
Oh, well, she kind of looks around. I can see you don't need the financial assistance, but I do know that some parts of the world are very different than this. And if you were to hand over this stone to someone who you'd like to influence, I can speak to them and see if I am part of one of, if I know them personally, and I can help you. Maybe find somewhere to stay or some assistance getting to places that are a bit more difficult than others.
That sounds like a very useful advice. Are you sure you're willing to part with it?
I
mean, I'm sure this is very expensive, and also that is very gracious of you, especially in the sense that you're not expecting anything in return. Or are you expecting something in return?
I see your troubles and what we spoke of a few days ago. I saw someone who I very much relate to, and I'd really like to assist you in your journey. A lot of what has been going on is such hardship with the loss of memories and people losing the ability to cast certain magic. And I feel like I haven't had much of a part in it. And I'd like at least some part. I know the few are very well known in certain parts of this country, but in the parts that you aren't, maybe I could be of assistance.
I see. Yes, it is good that we need more people to take part in repairing the damage that has been done. If you are fine with the few taking this device, we'll carry it on my person. And if we do require help, we will use it.
Wonderful.
Is there anything else, Lady Artemis, that you require?
I just wish you would have a safe and short, as it were, journey wherever you are going.
That's very kind of you, too. Well, I have much to prepare. Quills will see you out.
She gets up and finishes the tea that's in there and hands it to Quills, and he takes it and then goes over to the door and lets you say anything else you have.
God. Final words, I think, would be it would be something super dumb. It would be
Fuck
like,
off, you stuck-up bitch.
no, it would be like if she says, like, when she said, like, I hope you have safe travels, she'd be like, yeah, you too. Just a super, like, it's like, oh shit, why did I say that? That's not what I meant to say.
She'll get
It would
that
be
look
that.
like, thank you.
Yeah. I'd be like, super embarrassing. And I will wait and make sure she makes it across her house, like across the road to her street before, like, running upstairs to Delta and Guryev and everyone.
Yeah.
I will take the device and I will hold it in my hand. I'm assuming she handed it to me.
Yeah, she gave it to you.
Okay. Yes, I'm holding it. I'll wait till she's across the street, and then I'll run upstairs to the party.
Yeah,
And
so you see her out, and she very calmly but determinedly walks down your steps and across the street to her own home.
Okay. I walk upstairs to the group and say, like, real quick, group meeting, everybody get in. Everyone's in their rooms. Having a quick meeting. And does anyone know identify?
I believe Brasz does. Let me check my spells real quick. My plethora of spells here. I do. Okay.
I also have it as a ritual.
I need one of you, both of you, to identify this object. And it. I guess we're at a table, at the dining table. And I will put it on the table for them to identify. Lady Outdoors came over, and she handed this to me. She first was trying to offer her care in supervising Vasid while we went off and left Waterdeep. I turned her down, of course, so then she offered this item. And she said we could use it to, if we handed it to people in difficult situations, she would be able to talk to them. They may be a person that she knows, clearly some sort of manipulation or something, and convince them to help us, or give us free housing, or let us into whatever situation we're trying to do.
That's suspicious.
Indeed. I asked her why she is offering us such a device and her authority, I guess, as it were, her sway. And she said that she felt like she wanted to help in the whole situation of everyone losing their memories and their powers and what have you. She said she related very much to, I'm assuming, my situation. I don't know about everyone else's, but if you can detect or identify what this is, and if it is indeed what she claims, or if it does something else, or something extra, that would be good to know.
Yeah, Brasz will immediately use Identify on it. Pretty much as soon as she heard the Lady Outdoors gave it to her, because that's suspicious.
Right?
That's very suspicious.
While Brasz is doing that, Delta will cast Detect Magic in case there's some kind of other, like, additional magic that was put on it.
And you cast these spells, and this is the item that you are looking at. It's a very fancy stone. And Delta, you detect that it has evocation magic on it, which you know that sending is a evocation spell.
Dang, she's got like an apple stone.
But there's nothing else that we can see on it, really. It's just a sending stone.
Yeah, it just looks like a sending stone to you.
Yeah, to me, that's suspicious.
You should use it now and be like, testing. Just want to make sure this. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? How about now?
Hang on.
How dare you interrupt me in my private time?
I think I'm going to wait because I did a very embarrassing thing and I just need to let that. Hopefully she'll forget tomorrow.
Just
I'll test
rip
out
the
tomorrow.
band-aid off.
You do it now, then like you're already
All right.
embarrassed. You can't
Sure. All right.
frog.
Fine.
just want that swoop.
Everyone, be quiet. I'll do it now. It's sending. Like, hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Just making sure this works.
And you hear back, is everything alright? Have you not used one of these things before?
The ones I use get bad service. That's all. I just want to make sure this worked. It's very fancy.
Well, these do have a limited number of charges per day, so if you want, you can keep using them.
I won't respond, I guess. I don't want to use that charge.
You used two before.
More awkwardness.
Hey, thanks, bye.
I'm gonna leave her on red. Interesting. Okay, cool. It does work. So there's that. Something's going super fancy.
Like this.
Don't want to have to use it. There was this whole thing about Basid that she was offering to take care of him because he's so elderly and disabled. But he's like magically disabled. Are any of you concerned about it? About Basid traveling with us? I respect all of your opinions, as we are my
Like,
companions,
between
my
the-
comrades.
I mean, as long as we can keep him from wandering off, it should be fine. I feel like it would be safer for him to be in whatever that place is with your order than here without us here.
He's definitely going to be safer with us than here, especially since she wants to do something with him. I don't believe she wants to watch him. But also, I'm concerned about getting into fights while we're with him. Do you think you can keep an eye on him during that time?
Did it sound like a threat when she mentioned him traveling with us?
No, she has a great way of talking where none of it sounds like a threat and all of it sounds like an insult to me.
Right.
Like she's
I know
putting
the
me
type.
down as a bad daughter and caretaker, forcing my elderly father to go on this adventure with me because I have my fears of leaving him by himself.
Would if we were just out adventuring, I think it would be a different thing, but we're taking him somewhere where you said he's gonna be safer. Is that not still the best option?
I mean, that was a whole thing, right? Like, we don't know what's ailing him. They perhaps would be able to help him, but we also kind of theorized that there could be something that is like he's been treated as like he's purposely being hidden for some reason, like he knows something. So it could, and he is very resistant to being held, and that could be instinctive. Like part of him knows, has instructions, don't be healed, because then the information that he had. I still want to bring him. I still want to go to Westgate. I still want the Order to know that he is alive. However the Order advises it, I guess that will determine if I send him back here. What happens?
You've got the most to lose in this situation, so...
That's true. Do any of you have any kind of gaseous form spells or globe of invulnerability? Any kind of protection
I have
spells?
gaseous form. We used it on Guryev.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Banish.
Does anyone have
Banish
sanctuary?
I have Vortex Warp. Send him somewhere.
Self.
I have this thing called a rope trick. It lasts an hour. As long as he can climb up a rope, he'll be in a different space, an extra dimensional space for a bit.
Okay, that's something. That's good.
Oh, and I have
Okay.
the tiny hut. I have the tiny hut.
Tiny hut would be good, but that would potentially keep you and Basid out of combat.
Still, it has potential.
Yes. It sounds like we have options. If you all are fine with it, I will continue on with the plan of bringing him along and we'll head to Westgate. But I just want to make sure you guys had your options. And if some of you were opposed to it, count.
Yeah, I'm fine with the funny man coming along.
Right. Is there anything else we need to prepare? We got shabby clothes.
This one for bribes that you wanted to take out?
Yeah, we have money for bribes.
All right. Well, yeah, you can rest on this and sleep on it and see what you think in the morning. But this will probably be your last full day in Waterdeep.
Sag.
Uh,
Okay, well, if there's nothing else, you all keep your respective stuff. And Khalas, are you keeping the stone on you?
Yeah, I will keep it on me. I think for the most part, when we get close to Westgate, I will probably put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. All right. So you finish up what you need, get the money. You finish up with the clothing that you have to make sure that you don't attract any extra tension while you're on the road. Yeah, so you head to bed, get a good full night's sleep. Remember to prepare whatever spells that you need for this long journey, and you will start to head out of Waterdeep. And as you are going, you are headed out the southern gate. Kind of towards Baldur's Gate, but not curving around into it. There's a fork in the road later on, but you're heading out the southern gate, and as you do, the priest who has been helping with Vasid this past month will be near the gate, and you see him kind of like searching the roads, and then he sees you, and then he comes like running up to you, and Khalas like directs this at you, but kind of addresses everyone, and he says, Khalas, I found out some more information. If you have time, it looks like you're headed out.
Oh, yes, we were actually just on our way, out of Waterdeep.
I'm glad I caught you before you, actually left the city. So I did look into it. There was some other magic spells I told you about, that, personally clerics and paladins would know, to cast on, you know who, and I went to the mage quarter, and they told me all about some of their stuff. I mean, obviously everyone knows about Wish, and a lot of mind-altering things, but nothing that really stood out to me to affect him. What I did find interesting that I need to tell you was we had discussed about how there were people in this land that could cast higher level spells, and
Yes.
How nobody could do that. But you mentioned that your father here was able to wield this powerful magics, though
Yes.
haven't seen him do so yet since you last met him. But I have learned there are some people who have been reported, or some high-level casting going on in the land of Faerun. There have been some reports of a not a magic user, but someone who's very, very skilled, more skilled than anyone ever could. South of Baldur's Gate, even in the Cloud Peaks, there's a solitary monk who has hidden out and has been reported to wield the same abilities that they were able to before. They were not affected by the wipe, is what I'm saying. And
Okay, interesting. Good. Okay.
we believe that there was someone in Baldur's Gate, actually. There was some reports right before it got wiped out that there was some high-level magic going on. Although we couldn't exactly pinpoint that, that area might be an interesting location to figure that stuff out. Although it kind of scratches. I don't think there's a whole lot there anymore.
I mean, maybe after the demons clear out, or unless they're still there.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna head over there. If you could do that, that'd be fine. But if not, don't worry about it.
So, do you have any kind of specific location in Baldur's Gate of where this detected magic may have been before it was destroyed?
Some wizards think they felt something right before that portal opened. Like we were trying to establish a gate, sort of a transit way from each city. So, like, high-level magic would be involved, but it took several of the wizards there to actually do that. But we've had some people talk about casting, going to Baldur's Gate by themselves, which is not advised, and casting Speak with Dead on the people there. Or what's left of the people there. And they have found out that there was some surge of magic in that courtyard where the portal was opening.
Okay. That happened. We were in that courtyard when it happened.
Hey, I think most of Baldur's Gate was in that courtyard. I think that was the plan, too. I mean, have a large group of people in an area. Sounds a lot like what happened at the Ground Zero in Katla. No,
City.
Asher Benford, that's it.
Okay. Anything else?
There have also been, I mean, it took a little longer, but there have been reports that on the eastern side of Faerun there have been some reports of high-level casting over there. Though they're really trying to keep it hush-hush, because, you know, that kind of information getting out is not going to end very well for no matter who you talk to. But
So it's reports of high-level casting where?
They'll take, like, a note out and, like, unfold it, and you see it's kind of like a wrinkled note that has a list of, can't really see the words on it, but a list of words on it, and he's like, the Narfell region? It's kind of like the northeastern part of Faerun.
Okay. But that one's very hush-hush.
I mean, so the monk, solitude, keeping to themselves, not really bothering anyone, so not really that big of a deal to keep quiet. Baldur's Gate, those people are dead, can't really talk about it. You know, Baldur's Gate was a huge tragedy. We can't really do anything about it now. But in Narfell, it's ongoing, and we believe that the people there are still alive, and therefore might have an issue with that.
Understood. Okay. Is there anything else?
I don't believe so. It looks, I mean, you said you're heading out, so I say good luck on your journey.
Thank you.
I have grown to really like your father. He's a real sweet guy. Gonna be sad not to see him every day, but I know he's safe with you.
I greatly appreciate that. We will be back. If you could do me a favor, if you could keep praying for Vasid. I know we're not around, but just thoughts and prayers in going for him. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you for coming to meet us as we head out.
Yeah, I'll light you an extra candle in the prayer time.
May Tyr be with you.
As with you.
We'll share this information with the group.
Well, he was
And
addressing everyone. If anyone
okay,
had
great.
any other questions for this priest, you can speak up, but
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
indeed.
who knows when you'll see him
I
again.
object.
Okay, so you start heading out.
Can I see the map?
Yeah.
Weren't we supposed to go to the Cloud Peaks? Like there was a thing there or something? Yep, look at that. The Cloud Peaks. There's a flute or smoking pipe or whatever that is. Quarter.
Find the magical artifact recorder.
Cool. Great. We are here. Were we going south? Like we were going this way along the tradeway?
I think that makes sense because we wanted to get to where,
Didn't
like,
get to here.
here, right? Yeah.
We were going along the tradeway.
So, Nellie's.
We could go to Green Nest.
What's left of it?
Left of it. Like, wow, there used to be a really big forest here. What happened?
Looks like a dragon took over or something.
Weird. $1,622 miles away. All right, great. Did we get a wagon? Are we taking a wagon? We're taking horses?
Should we?
Maybe.
Because of the seed.
Yeah, that would be good. I will summon my horse.
I don't know about you, but I got my own horse.
Well, so we
Did
don't-
we at all use, for one of the sessions I wasn't here for, did we use any of the saddles?
You have not.
I don't think we
Okay.
actually did it. No.
Just checking, because I was looking through my bag's contents and it was like 6 saddles, and I thought we had used some already, but nope, I'm just crazy.
With the badges that you received, you can receive a horse for each person who has the badge, and you have a discount on wagon sales.
Yeah, and I did pull those 2 Mastiff patches, so we have 2 Mastiffs if you guys wanted them to use the saddles on the dogs. Otherwise, they'll just stay at the estate as guard dogs.
I think maybe them staying at the estate would be best for now.
Sound like you're gonna cry and it's because you're sick, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
It's
Okay.
my fault. She's sick.
Let's go on the road.
On the road again.
What is that?
Wait to get back on the road again.
Oh, yeah, there's our wagon. Great.
Love is playing music.
What
with
is that
my
thing in the
friends.
background?
I got it.
Don't worry about. Okay.
If you ever
I
have
will
to
not
ask,
worry about that worrying thing in the background.
If not fun, friendship. Why friendship?
Is
Which-
this one you're worried about?
which worried
or
thing?
This one.
I
the
wasn't
other
worried about that one, but that looks like a spider, so I can identify that one. But this one over here
how
looks
you
like a
can see the
giraffe that grew
mandibles.
claws on its front legs and decided to walk upright.
Yeah,
I
and?
like how whatever this is happening has like mandibles. Like you can see that.
Yeah, it's a spider. It's eating a thing.
This is just the camel from Legend of Zelda. It stood up.
Yes.
It does look like that. Some kind of kaiju.
It's
all
got
right.
like a rat nose.
It's got a rat nose.
Like a talking cartoon rat. Like one of those.
So you head out south, and you start heading down the road. There are quite a few people around here, coming in and out. Traders, travelers, adventurers. Just kind of like a lot of different kinds of people. Waterdeep, being a large city, has all sorts of people coming and going, especially with the destruction of Baldur's Gate. There really isn't a large city from Waterdeep to Katla, so it's kind of migrated all of this commerce to Waterdeep, and really getting a lot of people in and out, especially with the new what was it, halfway house that you guys opened up.
Yeah, our charitable good deed. Helping the refugees.
So you go on, it will kind of speed things up for a bit. You go on past one of the towns of Daggerford, the closest town to Waterdeep, along the Tradeway, and as you go past this town, there's a lot fewer people. While the Tradeway was kind of a large area of people coming in and out, it's just sort of gotten worse. Like Baldur's Gate, kind of the influence pushed it out, so it's a lot less safe to go along this trade route, even though like Eltriel and various other towns kind of need it. They have moved their trading elsewhere, kind of avoiding that aura of Baldur's Gate that just feels wrong. There's something about it that isn't really right. So you are heading down, and you come across some like a large party, like probably a dozen people kind of walking around this large wagon, carried by two oxen, like this heavy looking wagon. And before you even see them, you can hear them, the music and the voices of people talking and just having a good time. And as you get closer, you can kind of see that they are a bit odd, a bit different than you're kind of used to, especially along the Sword Coast, where it's mostly like humanoid, like human-looking races. And you see that they're kind of like more reptilian in nature. So you see the Dragonborn and Lizard Folk and Grung, and like you do see like one Yuan Ti in this whole group. Not as common to see them outside of their area, but you see a lot of the turtle as well, the turtle shell people, and they just seem to be having a great time. And when they spot you with your wagon and party, they just very eagerly wave at you as you're both like coming to meet each other.
Belto waves back
Yeah.
and smiles.
Like,
When you wave back, it seems like it triggers something in them, and they just like start clapping and like shouting praises, like more people to like talk to and party with, in a sense. The music gets louder, not just because you're getting closer, but with excitement of meeting new people. Do you, as the carts get closer, do you want to do anything?
silence. To do anything? Do they seem
Is there like a
friendly,
beat that we
right?
could clap along to?
Yeah, you can clap along with their music, kind of like stomp your feet as you're walking in time with the beat and whatnot.
I'll
Can Velos, like, I guess, a perception or an insight to make sure that they're not like suspicious? Like it is. I guess it is. She's a little suspicious by how cheerful they are of just greeting strangers on the road.
Are they like a circus that's coming to town?
Yeah,
A really
like, do
small
they-
circus?
You can roll insight. Everyone who's like kind of watching these people as they get closer can roll insight.
17.
Brasz, you kind of see these people, and you imagine that they're more like a and Delta as well. You imagine they're a traveling group of musicians that are just making their way towards another town to entertain. Khalas and Katla, you recognize that they're kind of like more magical than just musicians. It seems like they are a group of bards, that this music is a little bit more exuberant than what they're playing. So it kind of feels like you can hear their instruments that are being played that you don't see that they're playing.
Interesting. Okay. So they're embellishing their music.
Amplifying
They're
it.
auto-tuning. Yeah, okay. Got it.
That's the 6 synth in the back.
They have a beatboxer. Alright. I think these people seem very friendly. They seem to be very talented magically and musically.
Brasz is just gonna yell out, "You guys sound great!"
I thought Brasz was gonna be like, "You guys suck!"
Nah, Brasz isn't gonna be mean.
When you say that, they
He's
like
having a good time.
cheer, and like the stringed instruments players will like raise up their arms and like cheer, and you still hear the same music being played as if they aren't playing it, but it's still playing.
It's on record.
And then when
Wow.
they go back and like play on their instruments, the lute and the guitar, the dulcimer.
I can't believe they're lip syncing.
Air lute. Playing the air lute. Okay, so finally, as kind of you from a distance communicating in this cheerful manner, get closer, they slow to a stop before they get there and are waiting for you to approach, kind of just like jamming out with their music. Do you stop to talk to them, or do you continue on?
How long have we been traveling?
You've been traveling for a while. It's been,
Like a couple hours, or?
no, it's been like almost a couple weeks.
Oh.
I'm trying to
Well,
speed
but
it
I
up,
mean
like.
in the day, how long have we been traveling? In the day.
Oh, probably like a couple hours, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
You
late
can
morning.
Stop and get a meal, talk to them.
Yeah, who's driving the wagon? We're in a wagon, right? Or are we just on the
Who's driving
Yeah,
the
who's
wagon?
driving the wagon?
Careens off into a ditch.
Just falls,
Jesus
just
had
falls
it.
up this cliff over here.
Very disgusting.
I mean, Paul can drive if nobody else wants to. He's good with animals.
Damn, Paul's like our living nanny.
Have the animal handling for it.
Poles are living nanny.
It really is. Oh, I have animal handling. I forgot I have animal handling. I forgot entirely. Okay. We can take turns. It's best not to have one person doing all of the
Yeah.
driving. You get tired, fall off the side of the cliff. It's fine. I can just picture like slumping, falling out of it, and then getting run over.
Nodding off. Oh, thank God there's a cement divider on the road. Those weird
The
bumps.
All right, so they kind of
Family calls it counting turtles.
are sitting there waiting for you, playing their instruments, and you slow to a stop next to them as
Yeah.
Paul, like, time for a meal, gets up and climbs into the back and starts getting food ready. And this, the Dragonborn, playing the ukulele, like large dragonborn tiny instrument situation, and he's strumming up, and as he's still playing, whomever is up front will ask, hello travelers, how long have you been traveling?
Probably a couple weeks now.
Where's the nearest town?
You know where the
Brasz is
nearest town
gonna
is?
look at the group because Brasz does not know where the nearest town is.
Yeah, what was the nearest town?
Just going back down the road.
Brasz is just, somewhere down there.
Honestly, if you stay on the road, you'll probably find one soon enough.
If you were paying attention to what I said, Daggerford was the closest
Daggerford.
town.
Daggerford is the closest town. Unless you want to form a new one. That's always an option.
So true.
We're looking to entertain others. We don't really need to form our own town, although we have our own commune.
Have your own
Oh no,
commune?
is it free love?
Hey! Like music gets louder.
Members?
If you want, we can perform for you.
Is it cost money?
Nah, music is free, yeah.
Oh,
Would you like to trade for ice?
It isn't too warm right now, but I suppose I could ice my drink. It is getting pretty close to
I put
mealtime.
ice in drinks.
Smells pretty good, whatever you're making.
Oh yes, Paul is a great cook.
indeed.
Me out of character. I am very suspicious of these guys. Brasz, she's having a great time.
These guys are way too friendly.
Nah.
I was gonna laugh if it was like, yeah, you see people that are anthropomorph. That whole
Animorphs?
situation.
You see a menagerie of anthropomorphs like in front of you.
Yes, that was it. The menagerie.
You can't call them furry.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. That's what we decided to call the other group, right? The menagerie.
Menagerie.
Yeah, so this guy here, this Dragonborn, is just like having a good time.
I don't
And
see a dragonborn in there. I only see this one
yeah,
and this
pointing. That guy. And then this
Oh,
guy's
okay,
a
you pointed.
grung. Or a frog-like creature. Humanoid.
one. Oh, nice. Okay.
Didn't I make one of those at one point? Maybe
Maybe.
not. I thought about it.
Yeah, if you want, we can trade some. Actually, we haven't been enjoying food as well as we could. If you wanted, we could trade our performance for your food. Does that sound good? Yeah.
I think that's a
I
good
should-
trade.
Yeah, that's supposedly that sounds fine.
Paul,
Let's make sure it's
how
okay,
much
Paul.
do we have? Can we make more?
Paul will stick his head out. What do you mean? You need more?
Our friends would also like some food.
Oh.
Our new friends.
All right. It'll take a little while longer, but I believe I can. And you hear a bunch of like his head goes back into the cart, and you hear a lot of like pans clattering around. It's all right.
Brasz is
It's fine. Not used to
Brasz is
Can
gonna
I-
go
making
give
for
him a
so
helping
much.
hand.
Can I go help Paul?
Thank you, Paul.
Sure.
I don't want to talk to these people. I would like to go help Paul.
I don't want to talk to these people. So with the offer of food, they once again cheer, and the two up front here kind of just like continue playing along with the music, while the rest like scatter around their wagon. And this wagon is pretty big, and they start like turning some gears and levers, and like things start unfolding. And after like 10 minutes of this, it turns this wagon into a stage, so it's like a mobile performance.
Dude,
yeah,
that's awesome. Like the RV that has like little, like, oh, it gets wider when you park it, but it's like a stage, a full-on stage. That's cool.
Brasz is just looking at like the mechanisms of this, like everything. Just in awe.
She's like, how can we make one of these?
I need to make one. I can build it into the mansion.
What are we gonna do with a stage?
What wouldn't we do with a stage?
She leans over and raps on one of the hinges.
Just is taking notes.
and then the Dragonborn will say,
Mumbles to herself.
all right, everyone, make sure this is the best performance ever. It's gonna be so good to eat food that doesn't taste like nothing. All right, everyone in their places. And the music stops, and everyone shuffles up on the stage. And the Dragonborn and the grung just like leaps up as a frog-like person, but the Dragonborn just kind of like pushes himself up. He's tall enough to like just brute force up there and get on the stage. Just looks like Arcade Fire. There's so many people on this stage with all these different music instruments, and like holding his hands up, putting it on his.
How did they all fit in the
ukulele.
caravan?
No, everyone was on the outside dancing and
okay.
playing. Like nobody was inside. It was just so densely packed, and it unfolded into this stage.
Here I am imagining a clown car. The clown car of the caravan.
And kind of like he puts his hand on his ukulele and says 1, 2, 3, 4. Plays this like rockin' music, and people are like
helping Paul, like,
people can't stay in one spot. They're kind of like just moving their feet and hopping around to the beat, and all the people on the stage. And then like the Dragonborn goes over to one of the levers and like pulls it, and outrise these like wooden beams that come up and then start shooting lights all over the stage like a rave.
wow.
This goes on for like 5 minutes. It's kind of a long song, but they are really putting their all into it. Anyone want to do anything while this is happening?
Brasz is just gonna kind of not really dance, but kind of like sway side to side and clap her hands along to the beat. It's just really, really happy with this.
I think, yeah, I think Katla would also just kind of be like, not like fully like dancing, but like bopping along.
You see Khalas in the wagon with Paul. Though he's like kind of frantically putting things together, you can tell that a lot of his like spatula and like saute movements are in beat with the song that's happening. So he feels it too as it's getting to him.
I lied. I think Katla would try and see if the seed wanted to dance with her. She's gonna like spin like the old man around. She's gonna like dancing with like a grandpa or like a
It's a father-daughter dance.
right.
I
She's gonna, like,
remember.
Boogie.
The rug. I used to cut a good rug in my day.
Yeah, cut the best rug, Persian rug.
But like that kind of like she doesn't ask if he wants to dance. She just like walks up and grabs his hands and starts doing like this, like you do with like a toddler, or like a wheelchair bound like grandfather.
Aww.
And as the music cuts and the band up here is standing in place, they turn to you and they all 12 of them take a bow, and everyone gets one bardic inspiration for that,
Hey.
which
I should
lasts
just-
until you use it.
Enthusiastically clapping. That sounded great. Thanks for sharing with us.
And as they kind of like disperse off the stage, the poles that had the lights slowly start to descend into the stage once more, and they'll get back to the music that they were playing before they got started on the stage, and people will start folding up the wagon once more. And he says, "Thank you. I hope that was worth a meal. Nothing. The only thing I love more than food is playing music."
I think that was definitely worth a meal. You guys are really good. I can't keep doing her voice.
It was great.
Thank you so much for the song. Something weird going on. Sorry.
Delta cast dancing lights and just kind of like let them hover over us. Just like dispersed around the area.
Nice.
Mood lighting.
Ah, man, I wish I thought of that.
I cast sweet vibes.
So, Khalas, why don't you decide what you were cooking with Paul?
Yeah. Okay. We were cooking a vegetable type stew. It has red beans, black beans, corn, tomatoes. It's got a tomato base and chunks of tomatoes. It has cinnamon, parsley, peppers, jalapenos, and squash, like
Taco
a winter
soup?
squash. Huh?
Taco soup?
Not taco soup. Three
Taco
Sisters
soup.
stew.
Ah.
And we were topping it with some shredded cheese. Shredded whatever kind of cheese we have.
All right.
What is taco soup?
Up until the cinnamon, basically the same thing. It's like a watery chili with more tomatoes, and you like eat it with right.
You eat it with
You eat it with,
tortilla
like,
strips, like
chips
hardened
and stuff.
tortilla strips.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
It's basically like cowboy food.
My grandma spent her early marriage years in Pasadena, so a lot of Tex-Mex is in the family cookbook.
Nice. This is
Yeah.
I
So
don't
with
think I've had taco soup in years. Sorry.
with Khalas's help and with the help of the travelers, the food that the two of them have made is amazing. You feast on this and you spread it out. Since it's a stew, you're able to like more readily pass it out and prepare it for the extra dozen people.
Yeah, this Three Sister Stew is great because it's very simple ingredients and you can make big portions of it. So it's great for sharing with a big party like this. And it's very filling.
And if you wanted to, you could grow it yourself in the backyard.
Absolutely.
Except for maybe the cinnamon.
The cinnamon's really good. It needs the cinnamon, in my opinion. That's just how we make it. But everyone has like their own versions of it. I know there's like some that like it's basically more chili. Ours is more stew based. But the cinnamon really, it goes really well with squash. I recommend it.
And so you all have your meal. It's delicious, and while the band is eating their food, you can still like hear that sounds of the music continuing. And they will finish up and like pull out some like water skins and start like rinsing out their bowls just so they can hand them back to you, not completely filthy. And the Dragonborn will say, "Oh, thank you very much. We hope that our music has brought light to your world, and I know that it is hard times now, but you are blessed with the musical ravings of our esteemed band. And if you'd like, I would like you to tell other people about us. We're starting up, and we'd like to have sort of a following as we go along."
And what's your name? Your band name?
We are Rage Against the Regime.
It's awesome. A lot of people they like to know like where a band's from and that type of thing when they're choosing who to support, just because a lot of like similar sounds come from one area. So I've been told. Where y'all coming from? Yeah, here and there, or all one place?
Oh, we're not from around here. We're from Telflam. It's been a while since we've been there, but if you tell the people there you know us, they will surely give you good hospitality.
And what's your name?
Funny you should finally ask what my name is.
You had the band name locked and loaded, my dude.
Oh, I have my name ready. I just needed to pull up my notes. My name is Otis Khan, and this is Oldak.
He's got it written on his arm, but there's like hundreds of other things written on his arm.
I lost it in the blip.
Otis Khan and Oldak.
Oldak and Otis Khan. I'm Katla. These are my friends here, and the little green one back there. That's Brasz.
You're like, it's really nice to meet you guys. You already got a supporter here. I'd love to listen to your music again sometime.
Oh yeah, they come out with these newfangled things that you're able to play wherever you go. We haven't quite got that yet. But if we do, we'll be sure to record our things and distribute that. We're gonna sell some band tunics at one point.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm gonna need one of those whenever you get them. And we're the few. It's very nice to meet you. I hope you have safe travels.
Thank you, you as well. And they will begin playing and head north.
Off topic, my high school best friend saw Rage Against the Machine last night. In concert.
That's
Nice.
great timing.
No, it wasn't Rage Against the Machine. God damn it. No, it wasn't.
Well,
It was
you
someone
saw
playing a
them?
Rage Against the Machine cover. It was a cover, and it was at the concert she went to last night.
Close enough.
It'd been funny if they were like
Rain.
mystical creatures, and you could call them phase against the regime.
The Fae Fighters.
Yes.
Alright, so you pack up your stuff and continue on south. Their music fades off behind you, and you continue on going. So yeah, you continue traveling, and you don't really see that many people. Like, it feels like this group of bards was a little rare, with as few people as are out here. You mostly feel like you're just between the rest of you and the wilderness, and that's it. It feels a lot quieter now that those individuals were no longer here and you can't hear their music, but maybe in your sleep you'll dream about Rage Against the Regime.
Or maybe somebody will finally figure out how to invent music pearls.
They've invaded our mind. They're in the walls.
Yeah, there should be like, a cell stone, but it's for music. Purchase one and it's got like a select number of songs on it.
Like
Hey,
a
add
Walkman.
more songs on it. Yeah, like a Walkman or an iPhone.
You have like a certain
iPod.
bag that you put these stones in. They'll start playing the music at random.
It's a Discworld, I believe, that has like boxes with little imps inside that play music, and it just sounds like music coming from a radio.
Yeah. They have the same ones for cameras too. Put a little imp in the box that quickly paints the picture. The clickies.
But you are traveling, and it's a little bit of time, some more. You get to the crossroads where you would turn to Baldur's Gate, if you were going there, but you stay on the eastern side of it, and you continue towards that area of Shurbar, and as you're just walking along, maybe not all of you are walking, you got a wagon, but you're heading out towards that area, and maybe later in the day you start to see another wagon off in the distance. It's not as loud or as large as the last one you saw, but it does look like there's quite a few people in it and around it. And as you get closer to it, you see that it looks like several different kinds of people, from elves, dwarves, humans, and whatnot. So you would guess that these people, know each other because they're traveling together, but they're probably pretty close. It looks like these people are they have a couple older people, mostly middle-aged, and then some younger children. There's some animals also, like dogs and cats that are just like playing on the cart or around it. And as you get closer, you can kind of see that maybe there are a couple different families in this cart as you go by. And looks like the person at the helm, the person holding the reins of this cart, is a sort of an elder woman, not quite super like the Seed's age, but getting like a decade off of that. And she kind of like sees you coming, and she nods, doesn't quite raise her hand because she's holding the reins, keeping things steady, but she sees you and nods, and everyone else kind of just like goes about their business. You see people reading, playing with the children, keeping animals close to them, kind of thing. Would you like to interact with this group at all?
Khalas will say, because she'll be on the wagon, helping drive it, stuff, passenger princess style, and she'll be like, "Are they close by, like distance-wise? Like I can talk to them?"
Sure. Yeah, they get close enough for that.
Okay. Great. Be like, "Hail, where are you coming from? How's the road up ahead?"
Well, hello. We are from Elturel. We heard there were prospects in Waterdeep, and so we thought we'd move further north, as there are not quite ideal conditions. Fortunately, the roads are fine for now. Are you
What do you
headed that
mean
way?
not ideal? I believe so, yes. What do you mean by not ideal conditions?
With the spread of everything that's happened in Baldur's Gate, it seems to be getting further east. Unfortunately, I've experienced this kind of thing before, and I don't see any reason to stay there. We've got our things, and we're just going towards a place that will be more secure.
What do you mean?
She kind of like looks at her group. Most of the people in there aren't really paying attention. They do see you as you had stopped to converse, but they're just kind of keeping to themselves, not really one to talk to new people. The kids are willing to like go up and say hi, but the parents are kind of holding them back, like, say hi from a distance kind of thing. And she kind of looks around and I don't really want to talk about it in front of the children, but you get my meaning.
Can I follow over after Khalas?
What do you mean?
Like, Khalas went over to talk to them, right?
I would think that the carts have stopped. And
Yeah,
you're
we're
just
more like
sitting
just
there.
next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
Drive by talking.
I can hear. I will go with them if they are like going somewhere to talk.
Well, the woman is driving. She's not going to abandon the post. She's stopped to talk. She hasn't stopped to like rest or anything.
Can you repeat what she said? She said after what happened with Baldur's Gate, she's been through something like this before?
She said that she's experienced this before, and she sees where things are going, and she wants to be somewhere safer to have better protection. But she doesn't want to
Just because
speak
of-
of specifics around the other people.
Yeah, but it's more just because of Baldur's Gate. She's not necessarily saying something happened in Elturel.
She did not say that. She said she's coming from Elturel, but she, with the influence of Baldur's Gate, like, that's all you have, all the information you have right now.
Yeah. I don't quite understand if like she's implying that there's something wrong with Elturel, or if it's more just like times are bad, I'm headed out.
Can I insight her? Does she just seem like? Do they just seem like people that have been through some shit, or like, weird vibes going on?
Yeah, what's the state of these people?
You can see that they are not in a bad place. It looks like they're a little well off, but a lot of their stuff is in this cart. It's not covered like yours, but there's a lot of stuff just like strategically placed so that it would have as much room for both people and stuff in this medium-sized cart. It's not small or large, but it's standard cart-sized. And it looks like these people are oh jeez.
Like they're fleeing before shit hits the fan, kind of.
Like refugee-ish.
Not
Yeah.
quite refugee, but yeah, probably.
Like with this insight roll, you can tell that her age is indicating that she has seen like bad stuff happen before, and therefore knows when to bail before that bad stuff will happen again.
So like evacuation type
Preemptively.
vibes.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Evacuation before evacuation has been declared.
You said you're headed to Waterdeep?
We believe that's a good place to go. Is that not the case?
Well, that's where we set out from, and it seemed fine when we left. Let me give you, and I will like pull out a parchment and just like write some stuff on it. If you need anything, you can reach out to our people there, and they will do what they can to help you with finding a place, getting settled, or just if you find yourself in some danger.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Who are you to have such sway?
We are the few. We have been gathering artifacts to destroy, but also we have set up some help and stuff in Waterdeep for some of the refugees that came from Baldur's Gate, etc. So.
Well, I have heard the name floating around a few, but don't know what you're all about. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. And though they don't know it yet, they will appreciate it too.
You had said that the conditions up ahead aren't ideal. Do we need to prepare for anything? We're on that way.
Well, with the abandonment of a lot of travelers. They aren't keeping the roads in repair as well as they should. It's not as bad as you think, but it's not ideal.
Let's see.
We appreciate the warning. We will keep an eye out.
Indeed. Best not keep you. Still have a long ways to go to Waterdeep. Safe travels.
Wish you well, also. She'll wave, and like the kids, like kind of watching the conversation from a distance, will wave as well, and she'll hit the reins and start moving again.
Are we gonna have to start abandoning wagons?
Why?
In addition to boats?
Boats?
Okay. So yeah, you continue on. You continue moving through this route to Silbar, sort of a smaller town, a place between the crossroads or the fork and the area of Eltrael. Can you remind me what path you wanted to take?
Yes, we wanted to go.
Yes, we definitely remember that.
Well, you are here.
Yeah. Well, we made a joke about like stopping by a green nest. I don't know if we actually wanted to, if we wanted to go to Subar and then Scornubel. I feel like we've been to Scornubel.
I thought you said Scornubel.
Scornubels.
Scornubel.
Scribbles. We've been to Scribbles.
Oh, I remember my time in Scornubel.
Why is Scornubel
I don't.
sound important? Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
Is that another forest you guys burned down?
No, my brain says that's where the witch's hut was, where we killed her rug and stole her cat, but
That
Rogan
was-
stole her cat.
That was Elversalt.
okay, Elversol, not Scornubel.
the town that's
How many
very
rugs we
easily
be murdering?
slips into Everslut. But
So it
it's
sounds to me
Elversalt.
like when we get here, we want to start going to here and getting on the water. And I just moved on. I didn't even like acknowledge that.
I mean, if we get to Scornubel, we could take a boat. A little
you
bit.
have such good luck with boats.
We do.
The boats don't have good luck, though. Sure, yeah.
I want to go for a boat ride.
I'm on a boat.
Down the river, sailing on the sea.
Very different song.
Thanks, Blippi.
Very different vibes.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to avoid Elversalt?
No.
Like, is the witch gonna cause a problem?
No, she's dead.
Thought she was dead.
Oh, she's dead.
I'm pretty sure we killed her too. So I'm pretty sure we killed most things in that house.
I don't remember it except for the cat.
I just remember we had a really hard time with the rug. It was really pissing everybody off. And she had a sweet cat, and we were like, "We're gonna take your cat," and we took her cat. We took Lucy. And we killed the lady because the lady was like, "No, not my cat.
That's my cat.
rug." Yeah, that's my cat. You can't have my cat. We were like, new ownership.
Watch
if,
us.
the current owner dies, right? Yeah, let's do both.
Okay. So you make your way through Sobar. It's been like a while, I guess, since you left Waterdeep. And as you're traveling through here, you find like around the towns there's a little bit of activity. Upon reaching Suabar, it's this town that was settled on the edge of a forest. Really nice to have logging shipments coming in and out and whatnot. It's next to a river, and you're able to really get that down. But since Baldur's Gate has that gone, a lot of the logging has kind of like left unease. They aren't sure whether they can continue doing this or if they have to focus on sending things to Eltriel to make it down to Athkatla and up through the tradeway to Waterdeep. It's just a really difficult slog to get all the trees and forestry up there, since the river is not as ease of access. So you go through this tiny town, and as you're continuing on to the next town of Triel, you come across another wagon of significance. And in this, again, you can hear the sounds of these people before you can see them. Like, it seems like they're loud. And as you kind of get closer, you see that it's not just one wagon or one cart, it's two. And just like one large animal is pulling two carts, and it has a lot of people. There are so many of these like smaller looking halflings that are just like running around, just having a good time. You see on the helm of this wagon, just like these two, what looks like sort of middle-aged halflings, kind of like joking with each other and pushing each other aside, like having a good time. And they see you out front, and they kind of wave and like turn to each other and talk and point and having all this kind of fun. You see a lot of people just like running around the wagon. There's some on both of the carts, just like sitting there yelling at some others to stop fooling around or whatever. And it seems like this is just like one big family as they make their way towards you.
Big giant family of halflings.
Yeah.
I think I'll wave, call out, and be like, "Hey, beautiful day, isn't it?"
When
Is it a beautiful day?
yeah, it's like
What time is it?
it's sunny. late spring. It's probably like mid-afternoon. Sun's shining. You just had lunch.
Nice.
When they see whomever wave, it's just like a swarm of halfling children, like running towards your cart, and some of the older people on the carts kind of like shouting at the children to like stay out of the way, and it's like,
Please, for the love of God, don't play in traffic.
yeah, it's like kind of a wave of movement where they all move as one, but they move to the side and like run towards the side of the cart and like start waving from there and walking along with you towards the cart that's heading towards you.
Brasz is also just gonna kind of give them just a small double hand wave while smiling at them. Just like, oh, children, hello. Just like, there are kids here.
The kid, like, hello, everyone. Everyone having a good day?
As you speak, a barrage of questions just come at you. Like, who are you? Where are you going? Where are you from? What are your names? What do you do? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? What are the animals' names? What are your names?
How many beans can you fit up your nose?
Yeah.
What's your favorite instrument? Why is the sky blue?
Ignores everything.
What's your favorite food and why is it cheese?
What's your favorite food and what kind of potato is it?
Very much cheese. All cheese. Cheese is the reason why I will never go vegan.
There's vegan cheese.
Not.
It is not the same.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. I had a friend who hosted an Oscar party and she was like, oh, my wife's making nachos. Like, it is the best vegan cheese you'll ever have. She'd taste like real nacho cheese. I tried it. It was still 100% just cashew. You're like, this is just cashew. I'm just eating cashews. I'm okay with that. It doesn't taste like nacho cheese.
It do be like that. It do be like that, yeah. You just gotta get used to it.
Yeah, no, I also cannot tolerate the smell of your cheese when you cook. When Shalina is cooking, I cannot. I have to be.
I've just gotten used to the smell.
So
it tastes good.
I believe you.
It smells fucking weird.
It just smells like plastic.
I mean, what in our food isn't plastic nowadays?
My eggs aren't plastic, but that's because I get them from your mom.
So you have this group of young to like teenage halfling children, like just asking you all these questions, sidewalking alongside your cart, just like trying to interact with you. Anyone would like to do anything?
Brasz is gonna look at them and say, hey, I've got a question. Are any of you able to lick your own elbow?
Immediately, like, I can lick her elbow, I can lick his elbow. She's like piling on each other, trying to lick each other's elbow and lick their own.
I make a little prestidigitation bird in my palm and hold it out to them.
A lot of them are just like grabbing at it, trying to get it, jumping up. Hey, birdie! And then the cart with the adults kind of like makes its way. A lot of them are just kind of like standing there like, those kids.
I look up and smile at them, the adults, and just like wave with my other hand. because it would do me no good to try to talk over the children.
Alright, so the wagons go on past, and the children, as their own wagons come, they clamber on top and like try and get in front of each other, just like get attention from you as the wagons go by.
I wave goodbye to them.
Yeah, Brass will just say, bye! Good luck licking your elbows!
Reminding them to like, go back to do it.
Actually pushing Brasz a little bit, just like a gentle shove.
What? They're having fun.
Yeah,
It'll keep
so
them.
are you.
It might keep them entertained for a bit. Give the parents a little time.
And remember, you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
And you continue to hear the sounds of chatter as they wheel their cart past and off behind you, and you continue on towards the next destination. And as you go and pass through Trio, another smaller city, settled here to have a good spot for the crossroads and trade routes and whatnot. You continue on to Scornable, and as you arrive there, I'll say that you guys level up to 13.
Yay!
Hey!
Somewhere went through a really hard thing for us to suddenly get some power.
Yeah. You feel this surge of power enter you as you all level up, and you have known in the past that there are other groups out there that are attempting to destroy these artifacts. That safe feeling of you're not the only ones doing this. There's not as much weight on your shoulders as one might think.
Kind of choke up a little bit.
Yeah, just say a quick prayer for that group. Released some power back into the world.
Would everyone roll a d20 for me?
Well, okay then.
I think that's the lowest d20 I've rolled this entire campaign.
Dang.
That's an exaggeration. That is also, it's a blatant falsehood. I have gotten a couple nat ones, but it just
It feels
Doesn't happen
like it because there are two 18s and a 17 on there.
yeah.
So
I
on
gave
to
Brasz my
Guryev
luck.
to get the nat 20.
While we wait for
We're missing a roll.
Guryev, what do you guys get anything cool at 13?
I
Gotta
don't know.
look.
Yeah, let's see.
Peter's protesting.
I don't have the links in here.
What about a cat?
No, and usually what I do with my character is I'll copy paste the link to like the wizard page of the D&D website that we use for references, or like the subclass link, etc. And I don't have them in this character apparently.
Forgot that we have.
Full casters get a 7th level spell slot. That's cool.
It looks like I get Ice Storm and Wall of Fire.
Level 14, I'm excited for. But not anything at level 13 yet.
Let's see, 4.
And I still can't choose different cantrips.
Wait, no, that was just.
Whoa!
Ooh, I get Dominate Beast and Freedom of Movement.
Nice.
Actually, that's a good point. I don't know.
I can add 10 new spells. Okay.
I have to decide whether it's gonna go into wizard or sorcerer. But I don't think either one really gets anything special at the level that they would be.
Wow, Taylor got that nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I have no idea what I rolled for. I was starting laundry and using the bathroom, and I came back to Amanda going, "Raw 20."
You get a special gift
Oh,
when you level up, because we're leveling up right now.
Oh. I get Brutal Critical, which is if I crit
19.
with a melee attack, I get to roll 2 additional dice for damage.
What level are we going to?
13.
13.
I think it's going into wizard.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard.
You're still a wizard.
I'm a wizard and a soldier.
I'm a cleric. What does 13 give me? Nothing. Oh, I guess proficiency is a +5 now.
Oh,
That's it.
With the level up 2 Brutal Critical, does that mean I roll 3 dice or is it 2 dice?
Oh, wait, no, I got a 7th level spell slot? Oh.
Ooh, I get Banishment
Yes.
and Locate Creature. Find Greater Steed?
Ooh.
That's just like you summon it underneath. Like you pretty much just like it just appears. Either that or like, you do the thing and then it runs into picture. And runs into I don't remember something like that.
It just is a bigger animal. And then there's Find Greater Steve, which just allows me to find a magnificent Steve.
Steve?
Yeah, Find Greater Steve.
Find Greater Steve.
Nice.
Okay, genuine question though. With Brutal Critical, at 9th level, I already could roll 1 additional weapon damage die. Now I can roll 2 additional. This increases 2 to 2 additional, so that means 3 total, right? It's not stacking. Oh my god, you're touching it. Terrifying. I didn't know it would like show me
That's what she
you were
said.
messing with my.
I can have
Oh my
a
god, he's
guard
touching
dog.
it.
I can have an
Mom,
invisible
he won't stop
guard
touching
dog.
it. Make him stop touching it.
I didn't know that it would show me when you edit my character sheet. That was scary.
Usually
In
on
fact, I don't.
these kind of things, you can say like, oh, my critical range is lowered to 19, or we can add that brutal critical, but I'm not sure if that's on here.
Okay, I was just curious about the number of dice, but I'm not worried about it right now. So, unless you're about to send me into combat, in which case I will remember to ask you if I happen to crit hit.
Ooh, I get the spell Flashbang.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Bright light erupts from your
Feel my
form
foot.
and dazzles those around you. For the duration, you emit bright light in a 50-foot radius and dim light for an additional 50 feet. Each creature that moves within 10 feet of you for the first time on its turn, or that starts its turn there, must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failure, a creature takes 3d10 radiant damage and is blinded until the start of its next turn.
Blinded by the light.
Essentially. That's
Like a
cool.
douche.
That's a pretty cool spell.
That was a fucked up laugh. I'm terrified now, Taylor. What did you get?
Just 7th level spells.
Okay.
Aura of Impurity.
Casting the spell in the same spot every day for a year. That is dedication.
Well, you just did it for a month, so.
Yeah.
What's 12 more of those? Or 11 more of
Depends on how
those?
desperate you are, I guess.
What is that?
Alright, so you already have Brutal Critical level 1 at level 9.
Yeah.
So when you roll a crit, you will roll the amount of dice for a normal hit, and then roll another amount of dice for that second hit because it's a crit, and then you will roll one more for that brutal critical, and now you roll 2 more. So let's make a roll
It's good.
of any kind.
No, it's okay. I think I got it. I think it was just that last part that I was confused on.
Okay,
But I think I'm tracking.
so we'll
But
say
I
that's
definitely was overthinking it.
a crit. So you roll a d8, and then you roll one more d8 for it being a crit, and then you roll 2d8 for that extra. So your
Okay.
total damage would be 17.
17. Okay. Hell yeah. Thanks.
Cast inequality.
Everyone good on their level up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at spells, but yeah, I guess. Sorry, I'm a slow reader.
Me too.
I'm just eating chicken.
I want chicken.
Jinx.
Probably not this chicken. It is breaded.
I
I
have
still want it.
I have gluten-free punk, yo.
Oh, fuck yourself.
Okay, whatever, fine. Damn.
All right. So you make your way to Scornabel, and you have this surge of power, and you feel more confident about where you're headed and what you're doing. And you are able to present your badge of sailing to
Y'all have so much shit that I just didn't. That's Ian Katla's voice too.
You can either like go for free if you want to pay for passage, or you can just, or not pay for passage, if you want to have someone else take you downstream, or you can get a discount on actually buying a boat. But wait, don't you have that fold-a-boat?
That's what I thought we got. Was the fold boat.
I thought we got a couple of them.
Okay, yeah. So you don't need to secure passage. You just flop out your boat and just go.
But we could have company, and you could make up another name and voice to keep us company.
Yeah, you didn't ask for the name of the older woman or the halflings, but you know.
I forgot to ask you about that older woman.
We didn't even talk to the halflings. Well, the
We
parents.
just entertain the kids.
Yeah.
What's your name?
What are all your names? It's just a plethora of names. We'd never
Just
get
a
any of them.
Wall of sound. A wall of sound moving past us.
It's like, how old are you? 8, 9, 4, 12.
I didn't get your name.
They don't just
I
say
think the
their
only
names.
person we
They say like,
got the
oh,
name
that's
of was
this
the,
one
bard.
and that's that one, and they all just like point at each other, saying each other's names.
They're my little sister.
Name. Mom.
That's Mom. She doesn't have a name. She's Mom.
That's what they call me, Mom. Okay, so you head down this river, the river Chionthar, from Scornable. You have gone on this path before. When you were first heading towards Baldur's Gate, you went to Erebor and got a boat through this area, and you went to I think I think you went all the way to Baldur's Gate on this river.
I think so.
But
We definitely went past Greenest.
yes.
It was on fire.
Did you start the fire?
Not us.
We didn't start the
Not
fire.
us. This incarnation.
It was always burning as the world was turning. But yeah, so you head down this river. Probably stop real quick in Bear Dusk, just so you're not like on a boat this whole time. And then going to Erebor.
I'm on a boat.
Stopping off there and heading down this Trader's Road. And it's basically just straight on to Westgate. And as you get off the boat and start heading on this road, you notice that there's like the person said before, like this road is a lot more scarce. You don't see a lot of people on the road. It seems like it's a bit more worn down. You see more potholes, or kind of the dirt has been pushed aside. Not a whole lot of maintenance has been going on here. And it's a lot more difficult to find just like any kind of people along this road. Being further from Baldur's Gate, you kind of expect more people to be here, but it's really not great. And contrast to what you've experienced before, it's like late spring, and right now it's like overcast. It's kind of gloomy right now, and it seems such a difference before. But you are traveling along, and you see kind of a larger cart coming towards you. You had passed Easting, which is one of the crossroads cities that is a bit larger and a bit quieter than most of the larger cities you experience. But as you're kind of approaching this other cart, and you see people. There's like maybe half a dozen people, and this larger cart is also covered. As they walk towards you, they just have a single horse pulling, but you see that as you're approaching, like they see you coming, and then like kind of like look to each other and start talking as they're walking, informing the other people that you're coming down the road. And as the people become more and more clear, you see that there's one kind of a shorter person, looks like they have wings on their back. They start fluttering up and moving faster than their cart. It looks like they're coming to greet you, and walking up behind them, it looks like a tiefling of sorts. And so you see these kind of two people approach. The wagon stops behind them, and people start getting out and like fiddling with the wagon itself. And these two individuals like come up and say, "Hello, travelers. How are you faring?"
Are we still on the boat?
No, you're on the cart again.
Okay.
You're on the
Sorry,
road.
my brain. I mean, it's kind of sparse here, but we've been doing okay. Well enough, I guess. How about yourselves?
We're doing okay. We haven't seen a whole lot of people like you have, or have not. And we noticed that what's up with this road? It's kind of bare. Are they keeping hold of how they treat their roads?
I'm not sure.
We're not from this area, so won't be able to speak to it.
Yes, we traveled for a ways on the river, so we're not sure what might be on the roads beyond that point.
We're just from Prosker. But we actually were looking for some people to talk to. Yeah, if you'd like, we could put on a little performance for you. We're acrobats, actually. And we're looking to up our routine. If you could give us some positive feedback, yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd like to
Very
see what
good.
you could do.
Claps his hands. We just need to get ready. If you could hold on a moment, that's good. Okay, yes, sorry. Just very nervous. We haven't done this in a little bit. We mostly do shows in pubs and taverns. It's a bit small, and we decided to kind of expand a little bit, go on the road, and see how it goes. Yeah, sorry. Just nervous. Yes, let's go. And it turns around, fluttering back to their cart. The tiefling said nothing during that whole exchange, just like kind of watching the winged person, and turns around and follows them back.
Can Brasz kind of just, I don't know, look at them and see if they've got a bad vibe going on? Like, are they about to steal all their stuff while they're being distracted?
You can roll
like,
insight.
like that one guy who's being quiet is being a little weird. What?
You can roll insight.
All right. Never mind. Nothing to see here.
I mean, these look like people who want to put on a show. I mean, they do look nervous. The person who was talking to you is just like stuttering and kind of looking around, looking at all of you, kind of like, do we really want to do this kind of thing? But I mean, it looks like they are setting up. Their covered wagon kind of like opens up on one side, as you see, and performs a small stage, not extravagant as the bards that you experienced before. But it like opens up and like has these large looks like cloth loops that pop out and go through, and yeah, so they just like start setting this up. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while you're waiting for this?
I'm just gonna watch them set up. And like, I will get out a little paper and just to like make notes.
Brasz will continue just carving her little fish army.
Rah rah Rasputin.
Okay, so yeah, they start getting on, and it's like half a dozen of them. They get up on their wagon, and like they have these like one color with sequin all over. Very shiny and bright. It's like a leotard's. And they kind of like stand up, posing for you all, and then like do a little bit of small stuff like doing flips or twists and like raising and throwing each other up in the air, and like with each one they're like ha da wah, all these things up in the air like wah, and like sometimes they'll throw each other up in the air and that person will linger and then fall to the ground, and it's like it's pretty impressive, although it seems a bit
Clap at the appropriate moments.
yeah. It kind of feels like amateur hour, to be honest. Like they're trying a bit too hard. But yeah, so they are like doing all these like minor things, and they really haven't taken advantage of that big contraption that they set up. Like it looks kind of feel a feeling of like anticipation. Like why did they set this up and then they're not using it? Like it's got to be something big, right? But they like have all these small things, jumps and flips and whatnot, and then like all of them kind of like get on top of the cart and like have this big moment, and they're kind of like posing in all these different poses, and the one of the like smaller tieflings will get up and everyone will like crowd around them and then like throw them as hard as they can, and they like dive up and over and through all these hoops that they set up, and it feels like it's slow motion. Like normally when you throw someone they like really go fast through the air, but it's like very grand and extravagant, and like these people just like fly through these hoops and do a flip at the end once they get out, and then land on their feet and like ah.
The appropriate
Clap
amount of
along.
applause.
The two that approached you before will come up again, and the others start like breaking down the set, and these two are kind of like out of breath, like yeah, that was good. How was it? Sorry, I don't mean to presume as much, but I want your honest opinion.
Gosh, just gonna be like, I think it was pretty good.
It was quite impressive. Is there anything specifically that you want feedback on, or just in general?
Some good stuff and bad stuff, I guess. Like you can't improve without criticism, yeah.
I mean, all of you are very talented. I don't think there's anything wrong with like your abilities. But maybe like incorporate this setup and go back and forth between it and the like unrelated stuff, because we watched you set it up and then you didn't use it for a while. Other than that, maybe have someone like doing a couple things while you are setting it up, so they are not staring at you set it up. I don't know.
Yeah, like a juggler or something.
But like the hoops and stuff, amazing. Like I could never.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you say you like it, but do you really? I mean, I see that some of you aren't saying anything, and I think it's because you hate it, right? Yeah. It's not
hate
good.
it.
It's okay. You can say
Actually,
you hate it.
half of the people here are really shy.
Well, sometimes those people are the ones who have the best opinions. So what says you? Kind of like indicating to someone who hasn't said anything.
What do you want the grumpy one's opinion?
Yeah, criticism is good.
Just because I don't talk does not mean I'm grumpy.
You wear a grumpy face all the time.
I wear an
It's
old
what
man's
you say
face
that
all
makes
the
you
time.
grumpy.
Resting face. Just tired.
I look like the Crypt Keeper.
Katla will say something like, well, I know I certainly could never do something like that, so that's always really cool when I get a chance to see something like that.
Ooh.
See something I couldn't do.
Or if you know a wizard, and I will just like demonstrate some of like the cantrips, like the dancing lights or the little like prestidigitation things. I mean, strategically placing some of those might be fun.
Yes. Maybe some more fireworks.
I mean, not all of us can afford the wizard to do that. I mean, you guys look pretty good, pretty well off, yeah?
We do okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
we're all right.
Ah, well, that means you'll be able to afford us, right? You can pay. Like you saw a performance that you pay for a performance. You don't get for free, yeah.
I mean, we have been paying for it in feedback.
I mean, we can't pay bills with
Would
feedback.
you care for a meal?
A meal will suffice us for a little bit, but maybe a bit more.
I
Would you like a fish? She just holds out a wooden fish.
Maybe something a little more glittery than a fish.
Fish are plenty of glittery.
Pick up some
Glittery
sparkling thread
things.
from my bag. I was like,
In
I
the middle
got
of nowhere where
this.
there are no people to trade them with.
can I inside check the rest of the troop?
I mean, as you're kind of talking, they finish up putting the set away back into its wagon form, and the other 4 of them start like walking towards this kind of gathering of everyone. And they're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good. You could, feedback is good, criticism good. I mean, you did hate it, but anyway, it's fine. Just
Didn't hate it. I liked it. I
let
thought you
us,
guys were fun.
go on and
I can't do anything like that, and I was always really enjoy seeing something I can't do.
okay. Well, if you think artists should be starving, that's good. Okay, well, we see you later, yeah?
I will give them how generous do I want to be?
Well, we're trying to look poor right now, so.
Yeah.
I was considering giving them something, and then he had to run his fucking mouth like a piece of shit.
I will give him
Brasz, give him the fish.
I'll give him 10 silver.
Guryev, you can roll that insight to like kind of check them out, see what they're
Can
on
I
about.
also roll insight? I don't like being hounded for money.
Sure.
Fine with Westgate.
God damn it.
And I was actually considering giving him a good amount to
until he started trying to guilt trip.
I will give them 10 silver. And I will say, I mean, it was kind of, extra coin that I had on the roads just in case we came across needy individuals, but as you had said that you are starving artists, it goes against my moral code to turn away those that are starving and needy. I hope this is enough to at least get you a decent meal in the next town.
Guryev, you see that the smaller person with wings is kind of like eager to get whatever is being offered, but you notice that the tiefling, as Khalas is like saying this and pulling the coins out of her bag, is like just staring at exactly where Khalas is pulling from her bag, just like keeping an eye on where the money is. And the smaller one will accept it and be like, "Oh, yeah, this is all right. I mean, yeah, it's something, but okay. If you think that's what this performance is worth, I mean, yeah, I can tell you didn't like it by only giving us 10 silver."
Yeah, you should definitely do better. It's always
This
important
is-
to try and do your best in life, because this is just the one life you have. It just means there's plenty of room for you for growth, right?
I mean, there's criticism, and then there's that. That is just rude, Why you say that? That's
I'm
too
just saying.
much.
Do you think how do you feel about your performance?
I think it's worth a lot more than what you're giving. In fact, I think it's what's in your bag.
Oh, I
That
think-
sounds good, yeah?
I think-
And the
I'm gonna cast
whole
Hold
troop
Person.
will go up,
Oh,
and
true.
everyone will roll for initiative next time.
Old troop.
The bolt troop.
I can't even select my token.
So
Next time we'll
do we
roll.
want to kill or maim?
Kill.
Katla's annoyed. An annoyed Katla winds up with bodies often, so...
Katla, you and I, we gotta team up. We're gonna freaking deck these guys with flanking, right?
Got you, I got you.
Yeah. I'll punch
Can't
them in the
decide.
face, punch them in the back of the head.
This is my new D&D project.
Give them repeated concussions.
I'm just go full TBI.